Welcome back, viewers. Now let's put the focus on the top story. On 22nd of April, 26 innocent tourists were massacred in Pahalgam. This heinous terror attack was carried out by Pakistan-based, let's say, the Proxy terror group, the TRF. Meanwhile, India has given a befitting response via Operation Sindhur. We neutralized 9 terror camps across Pakistan and POK. Today, Newsx's sister newspaper, the Sunday Guardian, has published a fresh article highlighting that Pakistan's nefarious plans are far from over. The Sunday Guardian has revealed that Pakistan has once again recalled its proxy groups to restart the operations in Jammu and Kashmir. These groups were tasked with establishing the bases in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and, in addition to cross-border infiltration, activating the internal sleeper cells on the Indian side. The Pakistani army aims to regain public sympathy based on the anti-India sentiment. Pakistan's army and intelligence agencies believe their survival lies in maintaining an atmosphere of war like in the region. In the recent skirmishes with India, the Pakistani state propaganda machinery has been deployed to improve the military's image. Pakistan seeks to escalate tensions further and provoke more attacks to inflame the fire of the war. According to highly reliable sources, Pakistan's intelligence agencies have already completed the planning of 2 or more major attacks, which they are likely to execute soon. According to these sources, the first plan is to orchestrate an attack in a major Indian city in a way that damages the relations between Afghanistan and India. One individual involved in this plan was arrested by the Afghan forces some time ago, and fake Afghan passports were also recovered from his possession. The plan is reportedly still under the consideration, and Pakistani agencies may implement it at any time. That's not all. Pakistan wants to drag China also into this war. Therefore, Pakistani intelligence agencies are also working on sabotaging plan near the India-China border. In this plan, they are intended to provoke the Chinese by carrying out an attack near their border and then blame India for it, aiming to create a war-like situation between the two countries. At one time, in fact, Pakistan definitely continues not to never learn from the consequences of its action. This is a time indeed Pakistan needs some introspection, and as even a US has intervened into these ceasefire deals of India and Pakistan, what remains to be now the future ahead of the nefarious plans of Pakistan seems to be seen. Now, Major General P.K. Sehgal, who is a defense expert, and Professor Madhav Nalapat, a total director of the TSG, is joining me live on the broadcast. I'll first, in fact, like to speak to Mr. Sehgal about his reaction and your thoughts, Mr. Sehgal. Appreciate you joining me on the broadcast on how exactly do you look at these reports, the article that Sunday Guardian has published, citing that Pakistan is likely to undertake another attempt to plan to attacks in India to first tarnish the relations of India and Afghanistan and then India and China. What seems to be, in fact, is a state of complexity that Pakistan is definitely undergoing. Mr. Sehgal, your thoughts?
Apparently, Pakistan has a death wish. Pakistan should realize that India is far smarter than Pakistan 100 times over. Our security forces are absolutely on the alert. Our intelligence forces are absolutely on the alert. There is absolutely no way that Pakistan would succeed in spoiling the relations between India and Afghanistan and or orchestrating something on the Indo-China border wherein a conflict takes between India and China. What we must immediately do is to make sure that we do not sign any further or agree on any further confidence building measures. We must keep the Pakistani army tied down on the Indian border so as to assist the Baluchis to complete their liberation completely. Should we allow Pakistan army to get away from the Indian border, they will concentrate their forces in totality, their army, their air force in totality against Baluchistan, and there will be a massacre in Baluchistan. It's absolutely essential that Baluchis be given a free hand for as long as possible to ensure that they attain freedom from Pakistan. If Baluchistan secedes from Pakistan, that's virtually the grand finish of Pakistan. Pakistan just cannot afford to lose Baluchistan. It's almost 51 to 55% of the total country of the area. Entire resources lie there. Entire revenue that comes to Pakistan is either generated by Karachi or by Baluchistan. Even the CPEC will completely be a sunk cost as the China is concerned. Hence, it is absolutely essential that Pakistan must be told in no clear terms that under no circumstances are we going to allow you to shift your forces from here, because we must keep the border, keep the Pakistani forces completely occupied on the western front. Almost two-thirds of the entire force. In fact, the forces were shifted from the Balochistan side here. They shifted from Pakhtunkhwa here. They shifted from Durand line to this side. And under no circumstances should we permit thinning of this. And we've also gone on record to say that there's a paradigm shift as far as India is concerned. Any further attempt to orchestrate any such activity against India would be met with a severer punishment than what has been meted out here. Second thing, we also gone on record to say that hereafter there will be absolutely no question of succumbing to a nuclear blackmail. And third, we categorically stated to Pakistan and to the world at large that there will be no differentiation hereafter between terrorists and the sponsors. And who are the sponsors of terrorists? The Pakistani state and the ISI. They are the ones who give them the information. They are the ones who train them. They are the ones who weaponize them. They are the ones who give them the funds. They are the ones who arrange logistic support and everything for them. Hence, they would be as much responsible and accountable as the terrorists themselves. Under these circumstances, India is in a position to completely devastate the Pakistani army. But one must remember that virtually India will enjoy absolute and total air dominance, complete air superiority, because Pakistan is in no position to repair the airfields which have been damaged in the next couple of months. And even if they do repair some of them, India is in a position to once again devastate them to the similar level or even worse. And without air power and without ability to defend against air defense has been removed. Their radars have been removed. If they virtually get no reconnaissance, no radar, they don't detect our movement, they don't detect our aircraft, etc. They don't detect our drones, etc. We are in a position to give them an absolute bloody nose. We have not touched the Pakistani army, we have not touched the Pakistani ISI. We attacked only the terrorists. We categorically told Pakistan loud and clear that we are not your enemy, we are not your army's enemy, we are not your people's enemy. We are only striking at the terrorists, and we gave them a chance not to retaliate. But they decided to retaliate over the next 2-3 days, use almost 700 drones and several missiles, all of which were negated by an absolute stupendous wall put up by the Indian air defense. Indian air defense was almost impenetrable and will continue to be so. Under these circumstances, whatever drones that Pakistan may get from China or from Pakistan are going to be absolutely and totally useless. In which case, it is India's way all through. And loud and clear, our Prime Minister has categorically stated not once but several times over, the Defence Minister stated several times over, our External Affairs Minister stated that there is only a pause as far as Operation Sindhur is concerned. Should Pakistan attempt to do anything, we will go the whole hog. And this message must be made known to Pakistan absolutely loud and clear. Whenever the next DGMO meet takes place, the DGMO must categorically warn Pakistani DGMO, should they attempt to do any mischief in India, whatever be the level, whether it be against a city or against India-Afghanistan relations, or India something to do a sabotage on the India-China border, or use of sleeper cells and or the fifth columnists within the India. It's in fact a great opportunity for India. India is absolutely and fully on alert. Our people are on the alert. The entire nation is totally united. There are 140 pairs of eyes that are looking at this. We should be able to get rid of these sleeper cells and the fifth columnists once for all. As far as J&K is concerned, we've already started an abhiyan where we are looking for these sleeper cells and we're looking for these overground workers. Similarly, something similar has been already done in a very major way in the state of UP. Other states also must similarly tone up their internal intelligence, also improve the coordination between the central intelligence agencies and the state intelligence agencies. This is a golden opportunity for them to get rid of majority of the sleeper cells and fifth columnists that are in India in a very, very major way. Back to you.